on. Right then, ladies and gents, apologies for the delay in the start of the broadcast. We have some last minute dramas with the stream. So hopefully we can all see me now, or we can see at least what's going on in front of you, and you can also hear me talking. Please let me know if that's not the case, and I will get to it as soon as. But anyway, welcome to the UK Armed Forces Monday, a military madness. We are we are here on race 1, or the second event anyway, for the series. Yeah, basically a fun army race. There we go. Wonderful. Right, we're with the A's in one group. Sorry if I'm talking whilst interrupting myself. I'm just trying to get riders whilst we're riding, because like I said, this all crashed typically last minute. So I'm in a bit of a catch-up mode at the moment. So if things drop in and out or stuff like that, I do apologise. Once we've got things together and working, fingers crossed, once I find some CCAP riders to view in the bottom left, then we're good to go. Yeah, give me a moment, please. So Goff there. So we've got ACATs in the top left there. If you can see, there you go, Tim. Up, Tim, can see in here. Thanks, Tim. Sorry, blooming hell thing crashed, didn't it? I've been messing around all day, getting anything sorted, and then typically when you actually want to go live for real, computer says no. So yeah, I'm gonna have to try and find me some CCATs the old-fashioned way, I think. Nope, old-fashioned way is not working. Right, okay. Now I've got to establish what screen is what. That is the C1. Good. Okay. D's in the bottom left as well. Well, anyway, I mean, Craig Scott's in. Oh, cool. You're in the C's, aren't you, Tim? Of course you are. But I've got 3 different accounts that I'm working off at the moment. So finding you guys, it's going to be like a needle in a haystack. But let's see what we can do, eh? Dave. There we go. Oh, Dave Dubill. Right, and we've got B's, A, B's, and C's. Good. Okay. Now we've got some normality going on, he says. Let's see what we can do. Right, yeah. So welcome all to the army, not the Army Cycling Race Series. No, we are the UK Armed Forces Monday Military Madness. It is madness, not mayhem. Yep, it's just a fun series we've got on for the UK Armed Forces, hence the name and the title. And it's designed to get some of the people of the Armed Forces community together riding. That's through on the British side, at least, we've got Army, RAF, and Navy getting together and having a good old ride on a Monday night. And then on obviously, and it's open to everyone else as well. So if you want to get involved and have some fun, even if you're not part of the party of the Armed Forces community, you're more than welcome to join in. Now, the results themselves, when we break the results down, they will be with the in mind of the services. However, yeah, that still doesn't mean that people can't get out, have a ride, enjoy themselves, and all that good stuff. So what you can see anyway, you've got the A's, B's, and C's. Unfortunately, I've only got 3 accounts, and it looks like, considering the computer just crashed earlier on, that we've also got only 3 ways of stream at the moment. But still, we hopefully be able to then concurrently just swap between easily anyway, he says, different videos, or different scenes. So currently then we've got the ACATs, Will Blunt, promoted himself after an awesome TT effort last week. Is now in the ACATs with Mike Goff as well. And looks like largely other riders that are non armed forces. So it'll be interesting for them to see how they get along, and that's still be a good race. And this is another reason why we had opened this out as a public event, because the restrictions regarding like, you know, if it was a private event, then the ACATs could be undersubscribed. You know, we appreciate that this time of year it is not going to be so big on the indoor scene, so that's why we want to open it out so that at least the ACAT riders, for example, and across the other categories as well. But we notice that the ACATs are the ones that are unfortunately the ones that are least subscribed. But we'll be monitoring that, see how we're getting along on that throughout the race. Now, hopefully, if I go that one, we should have, yes, magic. Castle Crit route is the route for today. See if this will hold out long enough before it crashes. This is course that riding today. The Castle Crit. So depending on what category they're in, so A's 10, B's 9, C's 8, and D's are 7. Then you know, that's how many laps they'll do. We try to change the numbers to be able to accommodate all the riders and that. And we can appreciate that DCATs may not have necessarily say appreciate, but you know, the 10 laps is a little bit more, a little bit less popular for the lower end cats. Hi, Harvey. Yeah, let's go Numinator. Yeah, we can actually go and find Rick Newman shortly anyway. Actually, if we go over to the bees, that's where Rick will be hanging out. So let's see if we can find him and see what he's doing. That's before this all crashes on us. Well, means yeah, if you are in chat, Phil, what's that? OMG. A bit of a hard pace. I mean, so this Castle Crit is not like I would say a typical crit. It is pretty lumpy. You can see they're actually on the bees right now. They're coming up with a cheeky climb right now, which will be no doubt causing some pain on the legs up to this cheeky part of the climb here. So I know I did see Newman in amongst this lead group anyway on the bees. I'm currently on Mike Mason. We've got Stu Baxter there, Jake Goldsworthy. I think that was Jake. I believe he messaged me in the week. John Mead. He actually won the ITT last week for the bees. He was the fastest. So well, actually, it would have been Will, but I'll say Will got himself promoted. So yeah, that's how that is. Is there riders coming across? Oh, okay. I think everyone can see everyone, which isn't exactly ideal. And it's going to be messy, but it is what it is, I suppose. Yeah, it looks like we've got people across everything. Okay, it is what it is. It wasn't meant to be everyone viewing everyone, but hey ho, we'll move on. Right, yeah, Rick Newman. So yeah, the Newmanator. There you go, Harvey. There he is, bossing it at the front like he always tends to. Looking like having a good strong ride to start with. There we go. Yeah, good so far. Let's have a check over the C category then and see what's happening in the C's. He says confidently. So currently in the C's we have Phil is trying to get some order, which is fair enough. So the C category then, who have we got? Where are we at the moment? Let's try and get a good view in with the C's. Strong start for them. They will be doing 8 laps. Ollie Roberts, did I see that? And no Roberts. Oh, there's Tim Collins. He's no doubt streaming on Twitch as well. Leading the front there, quite strong. Good start. So yeah, like I mentioned, we had the ITT last week. It was just a way of trying to get riders shaken out. Those that may have not ridden for a while, you know, just to understand where they are, and hopefully preempt them what category I say they should be in, but they'll be best suited in. Because there is 2 competitions for each category as well as we're running through. So we have a GC competition and a points competition. The points competition being the best of 3 out of the 6 races or stages, should we call it, including the ITT, and then the GC being best of all. Problem is that with the GC element, if you get yourself promoted, then, like for example, races like today where people are doing different lengths, it could become it's not unfair, but it would their time wouldn't you wouldn't be able to get any reflective time. So hopefully people understand that and they've put themselves in a good spot at least anyway. So yeah, let's move back over to the A's. We've got some maybe have some movement going up over here then. Let's see what that brings. I'll have to make sure next week that they can't all view each other. It was definitely not an intention on my part, but it could have been most likely was that I left it in legacy events. But there we go. Right, have we got anything going on at the front there? There is a small group off at the front. Just trying to see if it's any of the actual UK Armed Forces riders. Doesn't look like it is. So yeah. So currently, Will and Mike are rocking it out here. Go back over to the Bs. See what's happening here. A lot of messages. Messages are some shades being thrown by Phil. Oh dear. That could upset someone. Very good. Very good. Right, someone's pushing an F at the front. Who's that? Matt Davis doing pushing a little dig at the front. What's that going to bring? Trying to make some of the riders hurt. Trying to split the pack, it would seem, for sure. And agree that it's maybe working. Yeah, they are starting to string out some other riders. I've seen this. What's happening? And are trying to bridge over. And using feather power ups to bring it in as well. So there is aero and feather for this as well with power ups. Those that are new, the power ups will essentially give you a buff and advantage. Aero makes you more slippery in the wind and faster essentially. Feather, as you may think, it makes you lighter and therefore you can when it comes to putting the power in, you become like, I can't remember the exact metrics, but it helps. That's what the power ups are on for today. But yeah, looking strong so far with the Bs. Still no one apart from AJB of the NZ Bro team cutting away. But again, like the Armed Forces guys, they may decide to do something about it. They may not. They know essentially that the results will get filtered out for non-serving riders. But obviously, these will be on Zwift Power though for those that are racing and are interested in seeing how they performed. The Zwift Power will still have the results. No, going to get nullified, disqualified, whatever you want to call it, off of there, so they can still view their results and stuff against that. But we will be filtering it out just for the Armed Forces side. Unfortunately, because of the technical glitches, I won't be able to show you the current standings that we do have. But yeah, looking good. Right, let's head back over to the C's, shall we? And see what's going over at the C's. C's. Oh no, that's not a C. That is a C. Again, same part again on this climb up. It's cheeky. It is cheeky, and it can really hurt the legs. This cobbled section, and you can put some right damage in as well if you really try. You can hurt the legs going up here, which looks like that's going on here at the moment. I'm gonna try and see if I can find some decats while we're on that. That's what's happening with the bees. Nothing at the moment. Good. Okay, let's see what we've got with the bees, shall we? Hopefully this will work. And will. Who's that? Yeah, so unfortunately it is a bit mix and match, but we'll it's going to make it hard to find everyone, but we will try for sure. We're going to go. What are we going to do with you? This. as we're still watching at the front of the C's, which looks like they're just catching up with some of the other riders. Right. Oh no, go back down to the D's. And get to the front. S. Williams there. Is that the first rider? Okay, let's move over to back. So we've got the D category here. We have got S. Williams, Army there. Sharkey, Royal Marines, RMACC, Emma Price. First female we've seen today, but I'm pretty sure that they are in the other categories as well. Okay. Looking good. Again, closing away with this mixed bunch. I know we've had some positive feedback in the past where, because they are mixed, it does mean that that when it comes to being on your own and that, you might find yourself actually with some riders. E-car there, Army as well. Nice. Okay. Right, let's go back over to the B, see what's happening in the B's again. We're going back up to that climb I keep referring to, cobble section, where no doubt people's legs are hurting. I know mine's would be, that's for sure. Looking good. Most of the B's still together. There is now a 10-second, 9-second gap. John Mead just at the back there. Hopefully he's holding on just enough. 4 watts per kilo. He's gonna get dropped if John isn't careful. Is he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Is he gonna put in a small effort now? That's what he probably needs to do right now. Is put a bit of a dig in, because he won't be getting the benefit of the draft or anything if he doesn't get back onto that. I'm talking to the draft yet, so shout out to Paul Carr. Yeah, that's right. Halves. We just saw him over on the D category. I believe that was who we were focused on at the moment there. Yeah, so there is a drafting game, so the riders will get a benefit from being in the draft. And yeah, if quite simply, if he's not in it, he won't get the benefit of it, and he will have to work harder to catch on, which looks like that's going to be unfortunately the case for John. So good. Say for the GZ competition at least. Anyway, it's an interesting start. I think John was about 40 seconds, if I can remember correctly, from the times. Let's see if I can bring up some photos while I'm talking here. Where would they be? If they were anywhere, they would be in here. So John was 17 seconds from Rick Newman. So yeah, that's the kind of goal now for Rick, I suppose, to pull away and get that 17 seconds back from this lead group. All right, let's get back to the C's then. Let's see how the C's are getting on. So C Cats. Okay, no real separation at the moment, as in from this pack. We're having to look for all these numbers, and they're readjusting as we're moving on, because everyone is together. It will be it'll be different. But again, cobble section, we're always catching everyone at the cobble section, which is good actually, because this is the bit I think where you can see already, starting to see some power ups getting dropped there already. Further power ups already going. Arrows are being, even some people have been brave and putting the arrow up this climb. But it looks like a large amount of people have got the feather, which when you see one doing it, they all do it. And yeah, Ben Spittle, though, he's trying to pull away there, and he's getting a gap. 1 second there to, is that Craig Scott as well? 1 second away from Craig Scott. And if he keeps going, he could pull enough damage, but he can't at this stage. It's too early to go on his own. He would need some other people to come and join him for the party, because he won't be able to sustain a solo effort for as long as he is. I've got to try and figure out actually while I'm talking let's get watching it off so we know how far they've gone. 7.2 Ks. Unfortunately, I don't have a lap banner up, so I can't tell you how many laps they are doing. But what I can do is predict by the distance. So 29.5 is the C category. So what we're talking about, 22 Ks are roughly there for the Cs. But Ben he's decided, I mean, despite what I'm saying there, and what do I know, he is going it alone and has already made a 5 seconds there on Tim Collins. Now, Tim's watching, he's probably going, oh, I've got to do something here now, and maybe I have to bridge over 5 seconds. But do I put that, do I burn some matches and bridge that gap now? While it's still 5 seconds, do I leave it and see if anyone else wants to do the work with me? What to do really is the question here for Tim and the gang that are, say, 5 seconds, and Ben's still going for it. He's now, but C category rider, wouldn't expect him to be able to sustain that kind of effort for that long, and the same though for behind. But they've got a chance here. They work together and maybe talk to each other. They can all take a turn in the front, almost essentially time trial it together, and pull up. And even better when you've got riders like what you got coming past now, that they could potentially help bridge that gap. But yeah, that's the only one bad thing about everyone in here, is that the draft becomes available for everyone. I'm presuming everyone can see everyone, and it's not just me that can see it all. So look there, you can see Ben has been caught. So maybe he was hoping that some other people would come across, and that's not been the case for them. So let's see what that leads. That's the C's. Let's quickly move over to the A's now. We've got, just bear with while everything catches up. 14.8 K. So we've got about 22 kilometers still with the A's, though that is Wes. I don't think he's on his own at the moment, which is not making it easy for me to find when it comes to other riders. Let's see what happens. Hopefully, there we go. It might go off. There we go. Is that the first rider? Close enough, I think. So Mike, 16, so he's got 20K still to go. Has he been dropped a bit? He has, Mike, but then in comparison to Will, what does that mean? Off again. I can't see Will amongst the put him back. Yeah, I see that, Tim. Yeah, good effort there. I'm pulling him back. I don't know if he, not say gave up. I don't want to say he gave up, but maybe he was hoping that other people would join him, and that wasn't the case for him. So maybe he's dropped back a bit to save the matches and realised that actually I've got, what did I say at the time? Yeah, 16 kilometres for C. Yeah, quite a bit still to go, and he would not have been. I don't think he could have sustained that, especially with that. I keep going about this climb, but that is, I've done this course, and that climb all the way up to this banner at the as you can see, the B categories are working through at the moment. Just, yeah, I mean, this is out of the other side. It does hurt, and then you've still got this little climb up on this switchback as well. It really does tire the legs out. And what we've got, 9.8 for the Bs, and what's that in 33? So what we're talking, that's 24 kilometers, I think, for them. I don't know where Mike dropped right back. Sorry, I keep looking over the Bs to see if I can figure out and get the story of what happened on the, but I can't, unfortunately, at the moment. So yeah, I thought this one has got a bit messy with everyone being around and being a false lap. It's going to be quite hard to catch everyone now, but we'll see what we can do. We've got the likes of Zwift Power as well, that's given me a live race as well, so we can give an idea of who is what and where, and that hopefully will help things out. So looking at B's, then we've got Sire Howe, Rick Newman still in the lead group there. Someone is Wang pushing its way through to the front. Rich Smith. Yep, so we've got some good company. What about B Traun, RAF rider? Is he sporting the new RAF kit? Should we see if we can find out? He's not this week, is he? Pretty sure you were last week. He was fetching the new RAF kit. We'll see what else we can find. All right, hang on. We've got some pushes though. Pushing ahead. What's that? Rick's gone. Is he trying to catch on to these riders here? I think he is. And what is everyone doing behind him, which is the important question. Holding with B-Tron still at the front. Managed to pick enough speed to get the super tuck there, would seem. Only the front rider as well gets the benefit of the super tuck. Just for everyone's essay. It's a little, you would see now, so there you go. As soon as someone jumped in front of him, it was out of the tuck. So yeah, but he's at least managed to save some batteries, or at least rest the legs slightly. But this is, it goes all fast, all the way down, to then go back up again, which is what we're about to see, the climb back up. And again, some people already started to deploy power-ups. Yeah, let me just want to try and see as well. 13. So yeah, looking at things, Will's about 43 seconds or so behind Mike at the moment. Possibly why I can't see him, because I've got all the other Flotsam and Jetsam in between. Right, so what's happening in the front? Wang's gone. So Wang, it looks like he's the lead guy. Yeah, we've got the likes of Ranger there. That's unfortunately almost a lap behind now. Simon Howe. So we got over, up and over, and now we've just flattened off and just say all the way up to this banner. The Castle QOM. Okay, QOM. That one there. It's just all the way up. And even then, there's a little bit more after that. And you think it's all done with. Right. Let's see what's going on over the sea, shall we? Let's check the seas out. Again, looking at the seas, very much looks like it's a similar story with these riders. Let me just check Zwift Power and see what we've got going on. Tim Harrison seems to be Ollie Roberts, Sean Morrissey. Who we've got here? Ben, Russ, Ben. Yeah. So this is still the lead group. Everyone's still having a party here, and yeah, trading blows. Just check what's going on with D categories. These. Okay. Let's just have a quick look over at the. He's got Emma Price. Only what distance are they on? Same distance. So actually, Emma is not that far from S. Williams. You can actually catch on. They can work together and do some damage. Maybe. Go back over to the bees again. Bees are quite exciting me at the moment with what they're doing. We will check the seas out again shortly. So I think Wang's on his own now. He's decided that's that, and then off he goes. Now the rest of the riders can decide whether or not they want to do that. But again, they're probably, because a lot of the riders have put their names in, managed 6 laps. That was fast. Yeah, it was a lot faster. I'm not sure if people knew the course before they started, Phil. But it's not. It's called a crit. It's called Castle Crit, but it's not. It's lumpy. For sure. So going back to the. Oh, no, not that one. Going back to the bees, which actually Phil is in, so you can give us a bit of an impression on what's happening. We're on 12.8 in. So they have got still 12.8. They've got 9 Ks to go, which with a lap is, remember now, how many laps there is. How many Ks there is per lap, but still got quite a few to go. I think 3 to 4 laps to go for the bees. Again, Wang's gone, but I was mentioning anyway that that these categories will have these service riders will have their names in the title as in their service. So RAFCA for Royal Air Force. You'll see ACUs. You'll see a mixture for the Army Cycling, but ACU there for like so Stu Baxter, John Mead there with the for Army Tri. I know, Phil, you are Army, but so is supporting WLC. If you drop back a little bit, Phil, you'll have some help there with some other riders too. I did see a Royal Navy, and I just clicked away. There we go. Jay Breeks. I don't know who's Jay Breeks. Is that we are B, aren't we? Yeah, BBB. James Breaks. Sorry, Royal Navy Cycling. So I mentioned there. Then we've got all these different rider categories. All the different rider titles with the services and that's probably what they're looking at. They're probably interested only really in racing their service. So where Wang is off, the rest of these going. I mean, the only one that no one's really interested in Wang because they're just looking at each other. And unfortunately, yeah, it's what it is. Wang could be doing whatever. Wang could just be in the wrong category. He could be just been working his way forward. But yeah. Is that what we're saying? Unfortunately, is it? Maybe. Yeah. But you can see, I think the let's call it the peloton. They've kind of decided in the bees anyway not to entertain it, and yeah. So let's go back over to the C's to see what's happening with the C cats. What we got there? A few that are getting away from the front. Regarding actual service riders, Ben Spittle there. That's Tim Harrison, yeah. Tim Collins. Name a few. That's yeah, so there's about a pack of 11 riders at the front of the race here for the C's. Going to the A's, there's Will Blunt. We found Will. He actually runs the road race stuff. Lost Craig Scott out. Oh, Craig Scott's out of the front pack, as in he is. I know he's been dropped. Are you telling me? Yeah. Yeah, he's been dropped. Oh. Wonder what happened there. He's lost 2 minutes. So yeah, Will Blunt runs the Army Road Race Series. Does a bloody good job at it. As running some really good races actually for the Army lot. They are in York. This Wednesday, in fact. So some of these might even be using this as a bit of a training, I doubt training, but to get the legs spinning at least anyway for Wednesday. Given all the ride-ons, fingers crossed that might benefit that. And actually, have we got? Does it look like there's both the C's and the A's look like they're actually together, which could be advantageous for some, that's for sure. Who are we watching there? It's Timmy there, the C's. And yeah, so some of these riders potentially are going to be using, if I went through screens, you might see, so we've got top left and bottom screen, they are pretty close together. What you might find now is with them A's around as well, some of these C category riders might just be trying to hold on long enough to get a benefit from the draft. And you can see there has now started to be a few little gaps being made. So yeah, Timmy there just holding on. We go back to just holding on the back there, doing his best. Whilst in the age, you can see that Will Blunt is doing his best to pull away from that group. So hopefully with the C's though, they will maybe realise what's at stake here, as in they're going to be trying to hold on to some ACAT wheels for a little bit longer than maybe they want to. 6.1. So for the A's in this part anyway, the A category have got about 9Ks to go. For the C categories, we're talking 14.1, and that makes another 15 kilometers. So they're about halfway now for the C's. And then the B category are around about 15.7. So they've got about 13 kilometers. Let's see what happens. So these riders will be going on for nearly an hour once it's done, which I'm sure some people are going to come and hunt me down for. I do apologise, but I didn't want to. I wanted to put a few crit circuit types in, but I didn't want to just go with the ones that everyone is familiar with. This is probably one of the newer crit courses that are out, so I thought we'll give it a bash and see how it is. And I say we, I mean you guys riding it if you're watching later. So going back to the B cats though, like we mentioned, so yeah, 16 kilometers, and they've got 33 in total. So actually, that's longer than that's about 17 to go. So yeah, it's a really attritional race, this one. Some people, well, a lot of people were asking for ones that were longer than 45 minutes, well, half hour. So hopefully they'll forgive me for putting this in. Right, that's and I think some riders now, yeah, realise that this is going to be attritional. They might need to just ease off slightly. But Sai-Hao, no, he's going nishta. I am going to put a burst in, and Nick's gone, all right, okay, I can see what's going on here. And we know who Sai-Hao is, the legend that is Simon Howe. We don't want to be losing him. Context, Simon Howe did do the BCAT time trial, and he got, looking at my notes, he was 28 minutes, 151 in the end off of John Mead. No, you're not wrong, P. Davies. with who P Davis is. The just pop. I don't know how I recognise him from any of the services, but no, you're not wrong. Tim, if you're still watching, what's it like on the ground? So we are actually in a tree. There we go. So it looks like Tim and Ben are the two lone armed forces riders at the front here. And just catching about 3 seconds from that lead element that have just, who's that? That's just literally, it looks like they've just pulled away. It could have been the A category riders. Yeah. So there has now definitely been a bit of a split on the C's. I feel, yeah. I do apologise. Maybe I was a bit too ambitious with the laps. But hey, I mean, this is really good riding from everyone. Everyone's doing really well, sticking with it. So Ben is just getting dropped now from Tim. So this looks like, oh no, 7:10. There has been a drop. Yeah, Tim Harrison, Ollie Roberts, just off the back of that now. Took there. But hopefully all these riders that have got will be able to still find some companions to ride around with. Let's move over to the A-Cats. Will Blunt. Let's see if I can find some other riders from them. So we got. No, that's right. Yep. Let's see where Mike Goff is. Oh, so on his Todd, 31 k's in now. So they've got about, what did I say, 5 k's left. We another 2 or 3 laps up. Interestingly, over in the B's though, there does look like there might have been a break starting to form, with Howe still pushing that front, still trying to push away and split the pack. Nick still holding his wheel. Numinator still holding on too. Leave me and Ben off the front. Yeah, I've just seen that, Tim, but actually it looks like it's just you off the front now, my friend. And you now about 6 seconds ahead of the next racing lot, which has got Ben in. You're about 17 k's in. 12 to go. So, I mean, Ben's got an interesting situation here. He's got Ollie Roberts with him as well, and a few other riders. Now, he could, in theory, they could ease off. I mean, Tim may find it. I am dead probs are going to get graded. You might do, Tim. Yeah. Yeah, you might do, mate. We'll see how you do. See how you do. We got. Oh no! Damn it! Wrong button. Where are you, Tim? I've just clicked on the wrong person and I've lost you. Yes, there you are, Timmy. Right, okay, let's go back to the bees. Right, okay. Still keeping it tight. E. Davis, who was quite vocal earlier on, has decided that he wants to go, so he's going. We've got there A. Levines. This is the downhill section now. This is where gets a chance to just recover before going again. AJB did catch up with Wang. So we've got a 2 up at the front here. And they're only 30, no. Yeah, they're only 13 seconds of mind. So, you know, Wang may have just gone too hard, not realised the length of the course. So these guys have got 14Ks left. Probably looking around about an hour and a half race here, actually. Which, yeah. Pretty sure people are going to be coming after me. Oh, that's NZ Bro guy again. Yeah, so this group here are closing in. They went down from there were just 13 seconds before the base of the climb, and they are looking like they're bringing them back. You can see them just in the background there. There they are. Some others, so Nick there, for example, has seen an opportunity to bridge over and has put a disgusting number of watts just there just to burst away. What's happened with Tim? Have you finished? Why are my numbers saying? Have I got my numbers wrong here on my thing? Here we go. Yeah, we done. All right. Hang on, what have I? I am confused, so confused right now. My graphics that I've done myself, mind you, so it's not a it's my graphics. Have I confused myself and I'm watching yeah. Everyone's finished, haven't they? Oh man. Hilarious. So why am I mean I've been commentating on a distance that's not actually happening. So have we who is still not finished yet? Riding for the Sea Cats. No, brilliant ride. I'm really disappointed. I've missed the whole finish of every. I think I've missed everyone because I was looking at the wrong numbers. Did I give myself an extra 10? That's that what? 36. What do you reckon? No, because they would be, wouldn't they? Where the hell did I get my numbers from? Me. Oh dear. Right. So we will. I'm sure then we'll be getting results coming through. Oh, man. Hilarious that I've. Yeah, everyone has finished because I'm watching people commentating, going GG and all that. So yeah, damn it. Oh, how embarrassing is that? 29.5 for the seats. Yeah, that's what I was tracking. Hang on, so you have got the right distance, but I was looking at the numbers and that wasn't what everyone was doing. So, like for example, John Breaks, who is um with the bees, according to his thing, is 20.7. No, I know what it is. I know what it is. Here we go. Here we go. This is going to be brilliant. So, no, do you know, Tim? Here we go. Tim, have a guess on what I've done wrong, or what? Have a guess on why I've got the distance wrong. Or actually, let's put it. Let's just help. Let's help out here. I got the distance right, but what could it have been? What could I have got wrong? I'll give you a clue if it's even more helpful. So, been tracking distance travel so far? No. Simpler than that. Um, I've been tracking it in the wrong metrics. So if you're on the ACAC, so if I go free screen, so you see this is what I can see. All right, top left, all good, kilometers. Top right, it's in miles, and the same with the bottom one. It's all in miles. So when I kept moving over to, I was thinking, when I was having a look at it, I was going, "Oh yeah, no, this is going well." As in the ACATs are going really well, and then I'm looking at the numbers for the B's and C's and stuff, and I'm like, "Bloody hell, they're having a rough one." It turns out that that's because I can't read numbers, or I can read numbers, I just can't read the right. Uh, Aaron Bleakley is actually he's pretty good in the on the road or on virtual racing. So Aaron, if you're there, hi. I've heard that name many times, especially on the Zwift Community Live stuff. So John, so that's while I'm waffling. Let's go over to let's do. There we go. Look at this. No, Tim. Okay. So the A cats are in right. Yeah. Let's go. Let's break it down to A. Let's break it down. So Mike's there. Was we still watching? Actually, let's go. Pip. Is Will still there? Will is there. Look at that. So currently looking there, we've got that's what we've got with the A's. And quite a few A categories ended up riding. Only looks like, unfortunately, though, two of them were armed forces, which was Will Blunt and Mike. So GG to them. Looks like everyone finished roughly about the same time as well. So how did Rick do before the sweaty cogger gets out of the carriage? Are you with him or something, Harvey? Right, okay. Looking at the bees then. So we have a look at the bees. I took 2 seconds behind. See if you ride them. Second behind. So Mike and Wang, yeah. So do you know what? When I saw them big numbers, do you know what that should have been a good indicator when I was watching Nick Howarth doing some push at the front there, and I might even have been able to catch a finish. I can't remember who I was watching, so maybe we did catch the finish. I'll look back. Fingers crossed. So Nick Howarth taking second, Aaron Bleakley third, James Breaks for the Royal Navy there in fourth. And the Numinator, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 there. Okay, and what else we got? Simon Howell, Rich Smith, um, Ben Truan, Matty D, Phil, there you are. Well done, Phil. John Mead, what's the difference there? 609 to 1256. That's a big gap. I'm in the kitchen, all right. You're getting the drinks ready for him. Brilliant. Okay, let's go over to have a look at. No, we're not having a look at that one. We're having a look at that one. Let's go over to the seas. I've clipped my run up the hill. Oh wow! I'll be on my Strava if you want to steal it. Wonderbar. Okay, yeah, Matthias Rung getting first there in the seas, and then yeah, Tim Collins the first service rider with Ollie Roberts, artillery there, Ben Spittle, and Tim Harrison, another artillery there. Well done, they are. All right, and then we've got Mikhail Crook, Ross Miller, Dave Double, Phil there. Oh, so we've still got some few riders still finishing. Let's see if I can maybe find them while we're talking. Let's see if we can find them. Oh no, don't look like we can now, unfortunately. We've dropped out. We've got Will Smith, Will Blunt now. The seventh isn't bad for an OOP. No, you're right. It's yeah, Rick impresses me with every ride he does. He definitely gives it his all and leaves it out on the virtual roads. That is for sure. So we've still got a few riders still to finish, or has I know Hannah Sheen there 5.4 looks like she might have had a drop out. Yeah, so a few riders just coming through now. What are we in now? Almost an hour in. Let's see how we're looking at the Ds. Most of the Ds have finished. Sorry, Ds, if you are watching. Yeah, and that we might have missed you out. Apologies. We'll switch around who we can view. I've got to say 3 up at the moment. It looks like that's capacity for the machine. Which is fine. Sharky Ward, Royal Marine. Then Andy Settle for Army, Ember Price Army. And we've got a Tony Roberts there for the RAF. And yeah, looking good. Is grizzing it out still. With around 3Ks to go. So yeah, all in all, really good. Apologies there for really screwing up the finish. and equally apologies there for the kind of the real on top of the start there. Yep. Hopefully now that we've got this stream or this rig all set up now and seems to be working at a good seems to be working at least anyway. More practice will hopefully then just be better content and the likes of. But yeah, thank you for bearing with, and for those that were in chat, thank you for commenting, especially those that were racing, Tim and Phil, for letting me know how you're suffering. All the pro streamers mess it out sometimes. Thanks, mate. Yeah. But yeah, really good riding from everyone today. Next week is, and you'd think that I would know this off the top of my head, but let's get my notes out, shall we? That would be the best place to go. The what's this one? Nope. No, you're all on 10 tooks now. Going, what is it? So race 2 or race 3 or event 3 is Petit Boucoul, but it's not the full course. It will be a finish at the top of the reverse Petit Com for the C's and D's, and for the A's and B's, it will be the finish at the aqueduct. So yeah, it's not the full length. It's a bespoke finish, this one. So that will be an interesting one with them kind of long climbs, at least anyway. For sure, that will be exciting, and hopefully we'll have, I say, the same kind of fun content for you lot to watch later on or during. But yeah, I think that's it for now. Once again, thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for your time. And hopefully I'll catch you all next week. Have a good evening all. Bye-bye.